Hey there, campers. Welcome to Camp Video Games. This is a podcast that covers video games and their multimedia adaptations. And we are continuing our big old trek through the very popular video game, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. My name's Junior Camp Counselor Sean, and with me, as always, Junior Camp Counselor John.
Yes, hello campers. You're welcome and or I'm sorry because we're making a big old meal out of this one. I don't know. This is episode four,
Yum, yum,
five of
yum, yum,
Breath of the
yum.
Wild.
I
I gotta remember it's Ocarina of Time. I'm
Ocarina of
so
Time.
sorry.
No, but go back and listen to our like 13 part discussion of Breath of the Wild. We're not strangers to the Zelda series.
No, and I've been it's all Breath of the Wild all the time in my household. So that's I'm gonna make that mistake over and over again. Point is, if you go back to hang out with your favorite rock pals from when you were a child, and you can only find one of them.
Oh
Just,
yeah, the goons on Death Mountain.
yeah, if you can only find one, just blow him up, and then you'll just bomb him. That's what you got to do. That's the secret to life. Because yes, we last week we talked about the Forest Temple, and we're just kind of working our way through the Adult Link timeline and taking as long as we want to talk about each of the dungeons because that's really kind of most of the game at this
Yeah.
point.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because the game in production was going to be more like Super Mario 64 with Ganon's castle serving as the hub, and you go to different dungeons the way that we do as you do later in the game.
Mhm.
That was going to be the entire focus of the game, but the introduction of Epona necessitated a place
Somewhere
where
to
a
run.
horse could run.
That horse got to run. She needs land. She got to run wild and free.
That's right. Well, not free because she's your slave or a companion or whatever.
She's no, she's my best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's is that what Huck called Mr. Jim?
Let's not use any of the language from that book.
My name's Samuel Clemens, and I've got some funny ideas. No, okay, I'm so sorry to bring that up. We are talking about a beloved children's video game from 1998. The last time we talked about it was, we finished the Forest Temple, and then we got Epona. We procured Epona. But now it's looking like there's something weird going on over at Death Mountain
Yeah.
again.
So, this is like it leads me back to my reflections of like sort of how not like I don't know. I'm just gonna say like how little is substantially here story wise that like as soon as you finish the Forest Temple, Navi's just basically that's kind of what she says. I don't remember word for word, but it's
Those
pretty close
clouds
to, like,
look weird.
yeah,
Let's go.
She's just like Death Mountain looks weird. Go over there.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, I guess that's where I'll go. And so that's where I went.
As you know, once you've done something in the woods, you have to go to the Fire Mountain.
Yeah. He just tells you to follow the same path you did as a child, essentially.
And I didn't.
Yeah.
I took the trail back through the Lost Woods because the Lost Woods turns into like sort of your warp central.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
you can access the different kingdoms of the different races or species races.
I think they
Goron-
call them races in
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah.
It feels weird to me, but
Yeah.
I guess that's, I don't know, sure.
I don't want to be speciest.
Yeah.
But yeah. So there's the little water pit that you can dive down into as a child to get to Dora's domain / Lake Hylia.
Yeah. And then you can
And then
also
there's
get to the thing in
in
the
Goron City. Yeah.
And I didn't do that because we talked about this last time. I took this opportunity to get Epona, and I rode her across Hyrule Field for about 20 seconds to get to Kakariko Village.
Yep.
And I was like, that's probably as much as I'll use Epona in this playthrough.
Yeah, she's not essential to this game as far as I know. I mean, I think that she was designed to be like once we get to the Gerudo stuff, that's a different conversation about
Mhm.
Epona. But I mean, I've never played this game without getting Epona. And
Like it'd feel wrong not to,
yeah,
but at the
yeah,
same time, um, going back to this game has made me realize, oh, it's not that big. It's just a little toy box
right.
diorama
That's right.
for your little boy to run around in, and putting him on Epona, your little toy soldier on his horse, makes it feel even smaller. But that's fine. It is what it is.
Yup, yup. So you get to you get to Goron City, right? And you alluded to this in your little
Yes.
advice corner. Uh, there's one Goron just rolling around, rolling in and
Yeah. Well,
tumbling.
there's a couple Gorons, but the one, yeah, the main one in the city, correct. There's one.
And this is where you need to hit it with a bomb. And that's I had
It's
a hard
hard.
time doing that. And if it's not your instinct to just if you have like a heart and soul and maybe you're not thinking of things through game logic,
Yeah.
you're not going to just be like, "Oh,
I should blow that little
like
jerk up.
you're already an official frat brother of the Gorons." I was thinking about that. The Gorons cuz everybody's brother, right?
Yeah.
And like there's seemingly no females in the Goron race or at least identifiably. And yeah, you're just like it's like these are my bros. Why would I want to throw a bomb at my bro?
But also I don't know, they love bombs and rocks and stuff. But yeah,
Well,
it
it's like
was
frat bros like nut tapping,
yeah, it's sort of a I don't know, what do they call that when they abuse each other?
hazing.
Hazing. It's like a hazing ritual. Especially cuz this little guy is it's the son of Darunia, is that correct?
Yeah, he's
And
named
he's named after
after your
you.
character. So in my case, he was named Camp.
He's that's so good. I go classic. I don't rename characters in video games because I have no whimsy or joy in my life, and I appreciate the author's intent.
Yeah.
So, um, I first, however, went in this area where you bomb this guy. I don't know what part of a side quest that this big Goron that's stuck in a hole down this hallway that you can bomb
The big
next to the.
the big Goron that you find in Goron City, he'll sell you the Goron's knife, which is like the imperfect big Goron sword.
That's what I thought. Okay.
So you can get it and it'll work for I believe 2 hits and then
But
it breaks. And then you're like,
you gotta go get
goddamn
another one.
Gorons.
Yeah. So I having not replayed this game in probably 20 years, had a real good time bombing my way down this hallway right
Oh
next to
yeah,
where you gotta
yeah.
hit bomb the other guy. And then all of a sudden you just like wake up this big, huge guy and he's feeling like it looks like he's stuck. Like his
Mhm.
butt is like Honey the
Winnie
Pooh.
the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh style stuck in a hole.
Oh bother.
Oh, bother. I'd like to give you the Goron special knife, but I'm stuck in this hole. It's just like I lost it. It was a hooting and hollering moment for me of joy and whimsy in this game when
That's
I found
good.
that guy.
Hey, take every scrap of joy and whimsy you can from this damn world.
He's just laying there waiting for you.
I like
And
that they all have those little soul patch too.
And he also not him, but there's another one that I think the shopkeep is just stuck in his, and
Yeah, you
can
got to
just
bomb
him
the
out.
shopkeep's door open.
Like, they never think to just bomb their own way out.
They're just happy. They're like, oh, I guess business is pretty slow today.
They just live a slow life. Yeah, they're not living at the sort of like fast-paced capitalist lifestyle we do, where it's work or die. They just get to hang out and eat rocks and like, oh, there's rocks next to me.
Well, I
don't
make
care.
I make my income at a farmer's market, and if it's a rainy farmer's market, I can't like take it personally.
Yeah,
I just have to be like, well, I guess I'm not going to talk to anybody today, and I'm fine with that. And people don't want to talk to me either.
Yeah. So eventually, when you do finally bomb this little bugger, because good gracious, it's very annoying that like if you run too close to him, he turns the other way. So you got to like throw the bomb, time it so that it'll blow up, and then you also like it's a mess.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Have you ever
It's
tried
so hard
using
to-
a bomb chew on them?
Oh no,
I
didn't
have
get
not
bomb cheese
either.
yet.
That just occurred to me that might be an option at this because I
I-
think you can get bomb chews by this point.
I have no idea, but it's like it's just hard enough to make you go like, "Am I doing the right thing?" I had a few moments of that
Yeah.
in the 3 to 5 minutes it took me to finally hit this guy.
One thing that I wish had been included in Ocarina of Time would have been bomb arrows because that was already an
Yeah.
established thing by this point. You could do that in Link's Awakening, I'm certain. You
I don't
could.
recall. Yeah.
You could, I believe you just,
If you hit both
you
buttons at the same time when they're
yes,
equipped.
that or you do a bomb first and then you shoot an arrow through it.
Yeah.
It would carry it. I know I've done that
There's
before.
definitely some cool stuff like that in
Mhm.
Link's Awakening, like like the dash and run,
Oh, yeah.
sorry, the dash and jump with the feather and the boots at the same
Mhm. Yeah,
time
yeah.
to jump huge
They
gaps.
kind of brought that back from Majora's Mask. Like, or at least Link does a cool flip when he jumps from platform to
Yeah,
platform.
in Majora's Mask, it's just for whatever reason now he's a lot more athletic as a child, and he
Yeah, yeah.
does
He
fun
started working his
flips.
glutes after he got banished to forever childhood after being an adult for a couple of
Yes.
weeks.
But for the video viewers, I've had the footage up the entire time we've been discussing this as I'm trying to bomb him. Still haven't succeeded.
That's
Continue
it's
this
too hard. That's
discussion.
prohibitive. Like that doesn't seem like a good game design.
Point is, eventually you'll get him, and he gives you the fire tunic, and now we can go into the Death Mountain crater. But you do have an adorable conversation with him where he reveals like, "My name's Link because that was my dad's best friend."
Yeah. It's cute how much Darunia like admires Link
Yeah,
and that he's like, I named my first baby boy after you,
yeah,
even though I knew you for about 20 minutes.
and they adopt a lot of that for the characterization of Daruk in Breath of the
Oh
Wild.
yeah.
He's like the big teddy bear who wants to hug everybody and be your best friend.
I love a big hugger.
And I remember I forget if it was my wife or the Chibis recently, as they're finishing the final laps of Breath of the Wild 7 or 8 months later. Oh, I finally hit him in the footage that we've been letting run, so I'm gonna pull that up while I keep talking. But um, they got to the cutscene where you learn that Daruk's scared of dogs.
Oh
I think it was the
yes.
Chibis was like, "Did you know that Daruk's scared of dogs?" Like came and told me.
Wait, does she not know about camp video games?
Yeah, that was cute. So you get the fire tunic, and then you could just go in the volcano, where Navi's been yelling at you to go.
Yep.
And that's about as deep as the story of the fire temple gets. Does little Link / camp tell you that everybody went there for some reason? Uh,
I know that well, so like the I'm not gonna pretend to know every line of dialogue from this game. But I do know that what has happened.
oh, he says my dad went there because the
Yes.
dragon. Yes.
Is that because Ganondorf in his eternal like, being a bad guy hustle, he has basically gone around and either um like diseased / infected / or in this case revived like ancient beings from like
Yes.
the previous era. Whereas, Deku Tree gets poisoned by Queen Goma. Uh King Dodongo gets revived, or at least
Mhm.
is enraged. Jabu Jabu gets infected by the parasitic uh Baronade. And then well, Phantom Ganon in the Forest Temple doesn't really that's just Ganon
That's just
doing
sort
some
of like,
nonsense.
oh, we're reflecting your greatest fear in
Yeah,
this ghost mirror.
that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
And then in this case, Volvagia.
Volvagia.
Vulva vagina. And it's funny because this is
I
a
lost
fraternal
it.
this is a fraternal race.
Yeah.
And their biggest, scariest monster is vulva vagina. Oh no, brother.
I lost my mind when I saw that name for the first time in 20 years. Oh my God. It's so silly.
Volvagia.
I'm pretty sure they want you to pronounce it Volvagia. Volvagia.
Volvagia. Volvagia.
Volvagia.
Volvagina.
Volvagi. God dang it.
It's great. It's absolutely unintentional humor. I don't think they meant for it to be that what's I guess vaginal? That's not what's like the opposite of phallic.
I mean, it's anatomical in nature, the usage of those words. But good gracious, it made me laugh. That's all. So you get your fire tunic and you can go in. And that's basically I don't know.
Oh, the the one like block that keeps you from just going there from day one is the fact that you need a hook shot. Once you enter the volcano, there's
Mhm.
a broken bridge that you need to be able to hook shot across. So that means in order to do this, you need to at least have gone to Dompe's grave. Um,
You know, and what's funny is like if they wanted you to do everything in order, that renders the fire tunic completely useless. Like, because if they can gate it behind the hook shot, right? Like, they don't need to make it so that it's so hot in there that you lose life because it's already gated behind the last thing that you got.
yeah, I see what
It's
you
literally
mean.
just to add like another thing to get a
I
little.
think this is what again. I haven't played more than a few hours of Majora's Mask, but I know in that game you collect masks that transform you into the other races.
Mhm.
And I think that's kind of what they're doing here too, where it's just like, okay, Link's not gonna, and that's what happens in Breath of the Wild, right? Where like Link puts on these outfits that are like ceremonial garb that makes
Uh-huh.
him like uh, like a
Honorary member.
symbolic
Yeah.
member of their race, or he's like an honored guest, therefore he gets to dress up
Yeah.
like them.
Don't get me wrong. I love changing the color of my boy, you know?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
great.
sort of noting that it like once I realized, oh, it's already gated behind the last thing you had to get.
Hmm.
It's from a mechanical, game design
Yep.
standpoint, completely useless piece.
I might have misspoken in a previous episode because I thought that the bow and arrow was essential to beating the fire temple, and I don't believe it is. It's just there for backtracking in one room that I can remember. There's a room where like you're on a very narrow pathway and there's a door to your right that's locked that takes you to a room that contains either a compass
Yeah.
or a map, and the only bow usage that I can think of in that temple is to open that room, which you can access from a different area. It's you can access it from the room where the fire is chasing you.
Yeah.
So I misspoke. I believe you can beat this temple out of order. Um, you just need the hook shot to get to it, unless you're a glitch master.
Uh-huh. Um,
Campers, let me know in the comments if you've done this outside of the prescribed order. I'd love to hear how you do it. I haven't really watched that many speed runs of Ocarina of Time because I've played it so often that it doesn't like that's not scratching the itch for me.
yeah. The only one I've watched is there's like it's kind of like an all-timer of this kid um who like figured out how to glitch from Goma to the final battle, basically.
Oh, I've seen that
Yeah.
where like you're at the top of Ganon's ruined castle
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
And they
That's not fun to me.
do it in like 20 minutes. I think the uh figuring out the math and how that like reapplies to like extremely accurate hand-eye coordination
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and like manipulating those together is insanely impressive. But like, yeah, I'm my favorite types of speedruns are to watch people who, especially like my Mario type stuff, where it's like somebody's naturally just like
It's
doing the
skill.
fastest platforming skills through. But like the stuff where they're really manipulating the game math, it's fascinating to me, but it's not my favorite to watch. I think that I don't want to misgender them. I think this was like a pre-transition trans woman. The
Cool.
video I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Uh, I could be wrong, but I think they're still around, and they're like sort of a top tier speed runner that's on Games Done Quick every year. They're amazing. I forget their name, but and it's just like they're so calmly just being like, yeah. So what I'm doing now is like I'm manipulating the math that places this item into memory, and it's
Yeah,
just
that
like
kind of stuff
while
is
they're like
fascinating.
while they're doing just like super frame accurate
Yeah.
like commands. It's crazy
When they're actually manipulating the game's data
Yeah.
through the normal interface without like having to like hook up to the matrix or whatever it is hackers do. Like
but
I'm
like-
always fascinated with
and
that
like
type
the
of
ones
stuff.
who are the best at it are just so calm and collected. It's just like there was a period in my life that was like I would just put on Games Done Quick speed runs
Oh,
to
yeah.
fall asleep to.
Yeah, same.
Anyway,
I
so-
remember I was taking my grandfather to a hospital in Atlanta so he could have some surgery done. And we stayed at a hotel like close to the hospital the night before his surgery. And I put, put on a speed run of of Elder Scrolls Daggerfall,
Uh
and he watched it for like an hour, and he was like, "Wait, what's going on?" And I was
huh.
like, "Grandpa, just go to sleep. Just go to sleep,
What
Papa."
is he?
I was also secretly drinking
That's
beer
so
right next to him.
good.
I've had problems.
So, anyway, when we approach the entrance, Sheik is there. We learn the Bolero of Fire, which can transport us there. Another thing that I'm in replaying the game, finding like I don't really care to return to places. I
No,
don't
no,
really
no.
need these songs. I guess like this one.
That's quality of life for people who can't finish this in one go, and maybe they need to go to a shop to buy a
Like
magic potion or
that's
whatever. Because people aren't
or
always good at these games.
yeah, or like if you got to leave and get restock your fairies or
Mhm.
whatever. I guess that's fair. I remember I probably as a kid I was like, "Oh, I gotta warp back to the forest temple. They got that fairy pond there.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
refill." So,
This brings me to something that I haven't thought about in a while. I buy a lot of used video games. Like I'm a physical media like fanatic. It is important for me to have the things that I love and that like they can't be taken away by the streaming services or by the corporations that produce this
I hear
slop.
that.
Um, and
I just steal them all digitally.
I I'm like a thrift shop, pawn shop like fixture. I'm always just
Yeah,
going in there
always
and
scounging.
yeah, I'm looking for that good stuff, which is how I found so many of the movies that we've watched here at Camp Video Game. Just finding random old DVDs or VHSs of crap. I mean content. I mean slop.
Art.
Yeah, I mean art. Entertainment. And you buy an old cartridge game or a game with its own built-in memory and you get the previous owner's save game on it,
Oh, that's always fun.
it's like
I
looking
remember
through
that
someone's
yeah,
diary.
from renting video games. That was
Yeah,
always fun.
yeah,
Or
yeah.
like you kind of hope like, "Ooh, I hope somebody's like as far as I was last time I rented it, or somebody's
Mhm.
at the end game and I can just like log in and like poke around at what it looks
Yeah,
like."
yeah.
Yes,
Um,
exactly.
it was always a fascinating just to see what they prioritized or how they played it is just like because like everyone's different and
Mhm.
there's no single right way to do this, but there's like the quickest way, which I've come to accept as being.
Yeah. That's me. I am all about that how quick can I get through this mentality at this age and with this amount of free time in my
Yeah.
life? Which is a shame. Like
Be able
certain
to
games
just sit with it.
like this game, you're really there's not a lot to just like sit with and really like nitpick through. Like in Breath of the Wild, they've really fleshed out the idea of environmental storytelling having like some meaning to it.
Mhm.
And all the little characters and side quests and like I've probably said this before. Like I hate when people are like Breath of the Wild has no story. I'm like, because you didn't hang out with it, dude.
Yeah.
There's so much
That's
to like just live in. I always make the comparison of like there's all these little side quests in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom that feel like a little mini. Speaking of Samuel Clemens, like little Mark Twain stories of
yeah.
like I went on this little adventure with this community, you know?
People who say that stuff like that, they're the type of people who text through a movie
Yeah.
and then they're like, that movie sucked. It's like, just hold your breath for a
Yeah.
while, please.
Just hang out with it,
You
man.
know, just take a nap in a running car in a
I mean,
garage.
like, and like hang out ability is a really hard thing to establish
Mhm.
in a video game.
Oh,
It's a really delicate balance to
Josh,
land.
what's the most hangoutable game?
Oh my god, I gotta you gotta challenge me to say something other than Breath of the Wild. Now that I've spent insane amounts of time with it, but like, shoot, I like a lot of the like prime Final Fantasies, the run of like seven. I mean, I always go back to seven.
Yeah.
I just, I mean,
And
I
if
don't
you want
know.
to go back to 7, go back to our extended conversation about Final Fantasy 7. I'll link that below.
Well, that's on my mind because as we're recording this, the demo for Rebirth on Switch 2 came out.
Mhm.
So I downloaded it because I'm like, I want to see how much they degraded it
I've
to
seen
make
some
it
side by
work.
sides that are actually pretty
I've seen some that don't look so great.
You have a better eye for this. You actually care about this stuff.
Yeah.
I'll watch a feature length film at like 480p or whatever.
I'm struggling to like see like who is the person who was excited about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth but doesn't already have a PS5 or a PC that could run it, but does have a Switch too.
Hey
It's a
man, the market's
weird,
made of all sorts of
I
buyers.
guess, but like anyway, so I've downloaded the demo, and to the original question, there is this itch in me of like I just want to hang out with them again.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I just want to hang out there. I'm trying to think of there was something else I was playing or recently. I was like, I'm just enjoying hanging out, but I don't remember what it was. Something along those lines. But do you have a favorite hangout base or
Hmm.
game?
You know, uh sometimes it's as simple as like a game that I can just like drop in for 5 minutes and then like get out without really feeling like I lost anything. And I've talked about this game before, but it's Gravatar for the Atari 2600.
Uh huh.
It is a quick game that you can spend hours on and still get a lot of pleasure out of it. It's just it's like it controls asteroids, the old game, and it's just you navigate a solar system. Each planet is a different level, and then once you beat every planet, you go to a next solar system, and it just keeps getting more and more difficult.
Hmm.
But I love that type of like miniature challenge because like a lot of my video gaming, if I'm not like sitting down for like a sesh, like I'll do like I'll come in from work, take a 5 minute break, play a little Gravatar, go back out.
I wish I could live like that. I don't know how to. I don't know how to implement that in my life. But that's a good pick. I've been enjoying hanging out now that Pac-Man got added to Nintendo Switch Online, the
Nice.
NES edition. It's fun to be able to be uh like there's something about the rewind feature in Pac-Man and going back and being able to be like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
And like think about that and learn from it. That's like really fun. That I've just been playing a like streaming like lossless game of Pac-Man where I'm on like level 30,
That's
40, 50 or
fantastic.
whatever. Yeah, it's fun.
That's really
Um
cool.
anyways, back to the fire temple from that departure.
Yes. Okay, so once Link enters like the main like center of the temple, there's like geese flying everywhere. There's lava and like fire spouts and those flaming skulls.
Hmm.
Um I don't know about you, but I have to. It's compulsive. I have to shoot every one of those keys
Oh
with an
yeah.
arrow. And if I'm being slutty, I'm going to do it with a hook shot.
Yeah. Um uh there's something about like this big open space that makes you want to be like, yeah, I want to do some archery right now.
It
I,
feels
I
good.
feel that sentiment of what you just described. I also, speaking of like environmental storytelling and how I think it's better in Breath of the
Of
Wild,
course it is.
is there's something like Breath of the Wild does something where it's like it raises questions about who was here and why, and it gives you enough to kind of answer it. And I distinctly remember like having that same sense about especially this temple, like as a kid, of like, this is a mountain. Somebody had to carve this out of the mountain.
Yes.
Like, what is it, Minas Tirith in Lord of the Rings or whatever, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and you think like, who were they? Why would they do that? And this game doesn't give you like nearly as much to answer that as they would in like Breath of the Wild era.
I'm really glad you brought that up. And not only are we inside of a mountain, we're inside Spectacle Rock, which is a recurring location in Zelda games. They've been in I know they were in every major console release Zelda game up to this point.
Hmm.
If you don't know what Spectacle Rock is, it's I believe the entrance to level 8 in the very first Zelda game, and it's two big rocks that are connected together. And to me, it looks like
I believe it's
testicles.
level 9. It's the final
Oh, thank
dungeon.
you.
Yeah.
Um,
And 7, the seventh, like, lost princess dungeon in Link to the Past. Yeah.
keep it up
Turtle
and
Rock.
keep it up, and I'm giving you a wedgie. But it's called Spectacle Rock because it's supposed to look like a pair of glasses. Looks like balls to me. Uh, but yeah, that's once you enter the volcano where Sheik teaches you the Bolero fire. That's Spectacle Rock, and like if you later when you do the if you choose to do the Magic Bean side quest, which gives you access to more heart containers pieces of heart, I suppose,
Uh-huh.
you can get a better view of Spectacle Rock. And you're like, oh, and then you realize that the Fire Temple has like two major chambers that have like big drops in them, and they both line up into what would be the rocks in Spectacle Rock. It's very fascinating. It's just like a great attention to detail.
Mhm.
But once Link enters the temple, he realizes that all these Gorons have been imprisoned and they're
Yeah.
just like cowering in their little jail cells. And but this also begs the question, like, who actually built this temple? Because
Yeah.
you see Goron City, it looks very different than this fire temple. And did the game developers really think that hard about it? I can't say for
I
certain,
doubt it.
but that's the beauty of these types of games where there's room for extrapolation, where you can interpret and you can just make your own story. And that's the beauty of that. Like, that's why people have such deep personal connections to these games, because it allowed them to do their own form of world building.
Mhm.
And that's what we do here at Camp Video
Yeah.
Games, is we try to make sense of it, or at least try to shed light on what makes the most sense of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can come in, you can find one guy who's locked up, and
Mhm.
then basically the next thing you're gonna run into is Darunia is right next to the boss door.
Yes, and he does
Um
not need the master key to get through the boss door because he's the head of the
oh,
Gorons.
does he go in?
Yeah, he goes in. So here's what happens: is that Darunia is like, "Hey, brother, I know that's you. I don't have the Megaton hammer, but that's the only thing that'll defeat the dragon. But I don't have it, so oh well. I guess I'll go fight the dragon." And that's the last time you see him alive,
Oh. Oh yeah.
because
Okay.
then he goes into this temp or into
And
like
then he's a sage by the end of
yes,
this. And
and
sages are always dead.
as far as we
Ish.
can tell,
Yeah.
or at least they're stuck in the sacred realm, as Link
Yeah.
was during his 7-year stasis.
Mm-hmm. So Darunia will tell you to go get. Does he call it the hammer? Because I've always been fascinated by the fact that they all call, like, just to keep reminding you, you're
Uh-huh.
gonna need this weapon. They're like, you need the Goron special crop, and
That's
I'm
the
like,
bomb.
that's the bomb.
The Goron special crop is the bomb,
What? I thought they were talking about the hammer.
brother. It's the fire flower, or the bomb flower is the special crop.
'Cause I was what? We're like, how old is this game?
28 years old.
I've always been like, what? What do they mean? This hammer is their special crop?
No.
Because every time, everything like they're talking about, I'm always like, yeah, the hammer will solve that problem.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna make fun of you, but
Do it. I'm stupid. I don't care.
They even say at some point, once you get the hammer, is that like this can solve some problems that the special crop isn't strong enough to solve.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, no,
Because it's like I'm in the dungeon. I know I'm looking for a hammer.
right.
They all keep saying you need the, and I was like, special crop. I mean, I guess a crop is like the thing you whip your horse with. Like,
Oh my god. No, dude. No.
I was like, maybe they beat horses with hammers. I
That's
don't know.
right. You see all these horses around Death Mountain. I wish you could ride
28
Epona.
years of thinking about this.
I wish you could ride Epona up Death Mountain, but
Oh
you
my
can't.
god,
She
that's
can't get
so
there.
funny. So
So basically, this temple is find a Goron, save a Goron, get a key,
yeah.
and rinse, repeat, and it's fire themed. It's my, it's not my least favorite. I think I already said I think I said that my least favorite temple in the game and overall is Jabu Jabu's belly.
Mhm.
This is my second least favorite temple.
It's like it's weirdly not super memorable to me.
Yeah.
Like it's being bookended by the forest and water temple. It really makes it kind of blend into the background quite a bit for
Yeah.
me. And the fact that it's I mean this is like a compliment and like a critique. The monochromatic use of red like makes it feel so redundant.
Yeah.
Like through every room is like another red room full of rocks and lava. like,
Yep.
like nothing really sticks with you artistically in it other than the general aesthetic of like it's red, it's hot, it's lava and rock, stoned rock or carved rock.
The carved rock is like very intricate. Again, it doesn't look like it's of Goron construction. You might be able to argue that this was another Hylian built structure that Goron's like inherited, or perhaps maybe the Gorons used to be more advanced as a species.
Yeah.
I can't say for sure. Um,
So the one thing I do appreciate about its design is that it's relatively linear, especially compared to the water temple we'll get to
uh huh.
next. Its linearity is nice, but there's a couple points that you can fall and have to do some serious backtracking that drove me nuts.
That's right, junior counselor. It's actually maddening. I had to very calmly put my controller down a couple of
Yeah.
times playing this.
I screamed at the TV at one point
Yeah.
because there was like one point, I don't even know if I fell or I just guessed, like it's up towards the top after you've freed most of them, and maybe right before you get the hammer or right after.
Mm-hmm.
um I think there's like you can go two directions, and I think I just guessed one direction. It's like, nope, actually that loops back around and you have to start
Woo.
over, do this like 5-minute trek back up here. It's like I think after the mini boss,
Yeah.
and it just drove me nuts.
A very forgettable mini boss in this
Yeah,
temple. Like what?
it's
It's like
a
a living bomb.
skull thing. It's a little skull-ish, bomb-ish guy
It's like a fire dancer.
who can run and jump into fire, and then that makes him turn into a burning man that needs pulled out with a hook shot.
Yeah, it sucks.
Right?
Yeah. Some of the actually, so the Scarecrow song is like a thing that you can, it's a very, very, very optional ocarina song that you can write. And I think we talked about this in a
Mhm.
previous episode, but this temple has one of my favorite secret areas in this entire game, which is accessible via the Scarecrow's song. And it just it you enter this little corridor where you're on like the rooftop of this like the room where all the boulders are rolling around,
Yeah.
and you can like be on like top of the pillars and like look down and see the boulders rolling.
Mhm.
There's an area that's accessible via the Scarecrow song, and it takes you to this like huge other chamber that I had never noticed before
Oh,
until my most
interesting.
recent playthrough. And it just like unlocks a massive like chamber that is otherwise inaccessible. And it's just like, wow, like
I had no
there's
idea.
still fun little secrets in this game, even for a guy who's played this 30 times in the past 28 years.
Yeah. My other gripe with this temple is this like room where you have to navigate all these invisible firewalls.
It's miserable.
And you just have to kind of learn the pattern to a certain extent because you have to press this button and then race towards a firewall it only puts down temporarily.
Yeah.
And if
Miserable.
you go too fast, you'll hit some firewalls and they'll knock you back and you won't make it in time. And it's there's a lot of tedium in the process of solving this, in spite of its linearity. Um, they the things that they put to make it difficult feel more tedious than difficult.
A third time I say miserable.
Yeah, I have, my moments in Zelda where I'm like, I don't want to do the taxes. I just want to hit the I get it button.
Mm-hmm.
And this dungeon has a lot of points where it says, nope, do your taxes.
Do your taxes. Oh man, speaking of, we finally got a good tax return this year.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, it's like I'm like, oh good, thank God I can eat.
Yeah. Not as much block pushing taxes as the last dungeon.
Woo! The Forest Temple's block pushing taxes is miserable.
Yeah.
Especially that one puzzle. I don't know if
Yeah.
we really talked about that during our discussion, where you have to push the tiles to
Oh, we
mimic the
didn't. No.
fucking portrait.
Yeah.
Miserable. I'm like spitting Nintendo's face for that.
Yeah, this one has many you got to like race the clock to get through the firewall that you've opened. Little things that are like, I get it. It's just like, this goes back to one of my main critiques of the game is if I had modern like right analog stick
Oh yeah,
fluid camera
so much better.
control, this would be a breeze.
Mhm.
It's the fact that I'm fighting the camera being the source of the difficulty is why if you remake this game, I just
They really have to change a lot to
You've got
make
to
it a
really
playable
remake
game.
this game.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like people are like, if you give them a modern camera control and like you don't change much else, they're just gonna go like, oh, this is kind of boring because it's too easy. But if you leave it as is, they're gonna go, this is frustrating because it's not in any way modernized. And actually, I've got the point up. I think where I probably fell and got super frustrated.
Yeah, yeah.
This is like the pinnacle of the type of puzzle where it's like your biggest struggle is like with the camera and the controls in the 3D space where you have to hit a button and then race up a narrow staircase to the chest that I think has the Goron hammer, the
Yeah, yeah,
Megaton
you're
hammer,
about to
right?
get it.
Um oh, I didn't fall, but it's still like, yeah, if you're not great with the camera, that's really the only challenge of running up
Mhm.
these stairs a
Yeah,
time.
the main challenge is precision and cool under pressure.
Yeah. As soon as you give somebody like modern controls, that just gets a lot easier in a way that's like kind of kills the challenge the game is designed around. Just it just keeps rearing its ugly head all over this game that
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if you guys want this game to be remade as bad as you want it to. I
I
I really like this 3DS remake, especially like being able to upscale it with an emulator.
it looks
It looks
beautiful.
amazing. That's all I really need, you
Yeah.
know.
I honestly hope they go the way of the Resident Evil 2 or Final Fantasy 7 remakes where it's just like they have this like base story that they then extrapolate and modernize
Like,
and really like give it a facelift.
and I'm just like, Nintendo doesn't do that. Like,
Yeah, because you played the Link's Awakening remake.
yeah, and it's
And that was pretty
beautiful.
much shot for shot remake, or I don't know. I've
It's
only played the original on Game Boy Color.
it is, I'd say like 85% just a strict graphical style remaster that then on top of that introduces its own new bugginess. Like it's got these weird frame rate problems that
Yeah.
drive me crazy. Like it
Ooh,
just stutters and like freezes when you go between zones
there's
and
there was an exploit in the original Link's Awakening where when you were going through and like you get to the edge of a screen panel and when you're about to cross
I
over,
know,
you
yeah.
press select, I think it would allow you to skip that panel. I remember doing that as like a 10-year-old and just be
Yeah.
like, this is
Just to
insane.
travel a lot
So
faster.
cool. Or like get yourself soft locked. Like
Uh-huh.
cuz you could really screw yourself over.
Yeah.
But that was such a fascinating like I don't even think it's a glitch. I think it's an exploit is the right word for that.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think of like other sort of classic Nintendo games that have been recently been remastered or remade. Mario RPG, but that was Square Soft at the time, is pretty much a straightforward
Yeah.
remaster with some features to make it even easier.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Metroid Zero Mission was a quote unquote remake of the original not Super Metroid, the original Metroid.
mhm.
Um, and I think I talked about that a couple of episodes back because I played through it again. It's a beautiful game. Basically, it just took the map layout and then some of the original game, and then fixed it with Super Metroid like style controls and map. It gives you a map. That's the most important part.
Yeah, I would say like for anybody who's getting their hopes up about an Ocarina of Time remake being at like yes, the Resident Evil Final Fantasy VII level, like just kind of like think about the timeline of like a Zelda movie was announced, went into production, and is slated for release in like spring 2027.
Yeah, yeah. Filming's finished at this time of recording, and
And
they're
then
just in editing now.
we were leaked rumors of a Ocarina of Time remake in spring of 2026 where they said it'll be announced or released late 2026, 2027 in time for the movie. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
compare that to like Final Fantasy VII remake where literally
Years and years.
announcements were happening like decades ahead. And people knew like this is a overhaul. They are putting love, time, and attention and detail. I'm not a Resident Evil super fan, so I don't know what the hype was like for those remakes, but like those are like games that are clearly lengthy development cycles.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think
That like
the announcement for Resident Evil 2 remake came like 4 years before the release of the game. I want
Yeah.
to say it was teased in 2015. The game came out in
2019, I thought.
2019. Thank
Yeah,
you.
like those are games that have hefty development cycles, and I just don't trust Nintendo to do that. Like
Yeah. But
I
those are all pre-existing AAA like titles, and like they all, if you compare the international earnings of those games, uh I, I mean they're all in the same league of financial uh uh lucrativeness.
mhm.
Um and so you'd think Nintendo's savvy enough,
I
but
think
they might.
Nintendo
Is
just
this just a
knows,
is this
like
just a cash grab? Ooh, can we bring on the screen
yeah, yeah.
my least favorite enemies in the game is the
Yeah, yeah.
torch slug. What a
They're
very
annoying.
annoying creature. It takes more hits than it should, and it's annoying, and it's in such inconvenient places. On paper, it's my least favorite enemy in the
Yes.
game.
Sorry, I'm still stuck on the remake
Yeah, of
conversation.
course.
I love this. I could talk about this all day. I'm 10,000 words deep into my Chrono Trigger thing, writing
Yes, I'm excited for
about
that.
how or why to remake Chrono Trigger, and all these questions are on my mind all the time as I'm doing that, because I think the only way to a Ocarina of Time remake is exciting and not just like a cynical nostalgic cash grab is if you do sort of like massively expand the
You
world,
have to.
Breath of the Wild style. Like it could even be the Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom like engine, and like gameplay style. With like you were saying, where it's like, no, this is just a baseline story for a game in a world like that, but it's this map, this story. I think it would be so fun, but like I just know Nintendo, they don't have that dog in them. you know, it's a shame. They're probably going to basically polish it up to look as good as this upscaled emulator if they do anything at all.
Yeah, that's so like disappointing.
Maybe they'll do some little quality of life. Like I think the camera is the thing I'm most fascinated about. Like,
Yeah.
will they change the camera? Because it is the biggest problem with the game and the thing that's just going to kill what people think they loved about it as a kid if you modernize it. That's a very fascinating question to me.
If they were to use the Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom engine to do this, it should just be DLC at that point.
Uh-huh.
Like just like do a solid for your customer base and like throw them like a massive DLC. Like
Are you saying like add a DLC to like Tears of the Kingdom that like transports you to this world?
yes.
That would be amazing. I would love that. I would
Or
play the heck out of that.
give the player the opportunity as Tears of the Kingdom Link to navigate Ocarina of Time Hyrule.
Oh God, you haven't played Elden Ring. It should be Shadow of the Erd Tree.
I'll play it
As-
eventually
it's-
once we get there because
Dude,
that
oh
that
my
movie's
God.
coming out.
That's how you do a Ocarina of Time
Yeah.
remake. It's Shadow of the Erd Tree style design built into Tears of the Kingdom.
I'll take your word for it.
Just anybody listening probably knows what I'm talking about. It would be amazing. Where it's like, oh no, you go play this other story in this world that's
Mhm.
sort of a portal link from this one, and then it has all these like story ties back to it to link it all together. It would be great. We were talking about the fire temple.
Why? It's boring. I hate it.
So anyway, you fight vulva vagina.
Yes, you wreck the poon poon.
This is a great episode. I'm
doing-
having so much fun.
We're having so much fun.
Yeah.
It's
But
great.
the thing I do like about this dungeon is the loop back to the beginning of like you climb this linear structure. And then once you have the hammer, you can smash your way back and solve that first puzzle you saw on the way in of
Yeah.
this guy's stuck and I can't get him out. And now the hammer lets me do this quick little loop around to his jail cell where the boss key is. And boom, we're done.
And well, the
I
main
think that is nice.
The
and
main
tidy.
function of the Megaton Hammer in this temple is to you play a little John Henry and you drive the biggest railroad spike in existence, which is this massive column that you hit it with the Megaton Hammer and it falls all the way back into the room where you talked with Darunia,
Mhm.
and then you can now access the boss door.
Yeah.
which was unreachable before that big
Yeah, I
column fell.
like the loop of the
Yeah,
dungeon.
yeah, yeah.
The actual process of going through it, not so much.
Without like having to like backtrack because I fell, this was the quickest dungeon of my playthrough.
I think same. Yeah.
Um,
Like falling and backtracking was the only
yeah,
thing that held
yeah.
me up at all.
The only other notable like puzzles are like sometimes you need to drop a bomb onto a crystal switch so that you can escape a fire column and climb a little ladder
Mhm.
before you catch on fire.
I do,
Boring.
but I do like the Volvagia fight. The whack-a-mole design is fun and cute.
Oh
Um
yeah, that's a good way of putting it. It is whack. It is whack-a-mole.
it's just
Yeah.
like you just play whack-a-mole.
Um, when's the
Um
last time you played a good game of whack-a-mole?
in Spider-Man 2 a couple weeks
Oh,
ago.
really? To do tell.
Don't get me started. That
Okay,
game's so
don't get
stupid.
started.
Well, I will just say the context of that part. It's that game's story is so stupid. It's the Spider-Man games are just about like worshiping cops, basically.
Yeah.
But then you're like, but it's so fun to web sling, and they keep you hooked that way because it's so fun to move around. But there's a part where there's so many parts of that game where you aren't Spider-Man and you just have to slowly move through the world as Peter Parker.
Oh, okay.
And there's a part where you have to be in a carnival for like an hour and a half and you literally play whack-a-mole. And it's like the whack-a-mole minigame it's very well designed. It feels good to play, but it's like,
Yeah.
why am I playing whack-a-mole? I'm supposed to be Spider-Man.
Is he like preternaturally good at whack-a-mole because he's Spider-Man?
Not really.
That's funny.
I mean, like, because I am good at video games, I beat my my Harry Osborn and Mary Jane Watson by several points.
Oh.
Not because I was Spider-Man, but just because it was an easy whack-a-mole
Yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah.
Anyways, Volvagia, is a
Volvagia.
game of whack-a-mole. It's a very simple boss fight, in my
Uh,
opinion.
Yeah, so Volvagia is like more of the Eastern interpretation of what a dragon is, very much
I
in
was gonna say, I
line
like
with
the design too.
the spiritual dragons in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, well, and it's like its sleek slenderness made me further question like the feminine intention behind the naming it after female anatomy.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's very phallic looking.
and like it's very fluid moving. It's not a like gruff, strong brute like Darunia. You know, it's I don't know. It just made me wonder how much intention was behind that. Like I definitely was like, this is a female dragon in my head canon.
Interesting. I see that. I think all dragons are ladies.
Yeah, that too. I tend to lean feminine for dragons, which is interesting. But
So there's like, the the amount of lore that we get about Volvagia is like very minimal
there
in
was
this
an evil
game. Like,
dragon that got revived.
and like that's all we know is that Ganondorf revived this dragon because he wanted to punish the Gorons for not giving him the ruby, like on top of because the Gorons aided Link in Zelda. I think he's giving them like punitive, like teaching them a lesson now
Mhm.
that he's in power. Um and it just seems like if Volvagia was ever a like a much like Jabu Jabu or the Deku tree, if it was ever like a protector like spirit, it at some point the Gorons betrayed its trust, or it maybe well, okay, so do you remember how you didn't play as much Wind Waker?
I played
Uh
once through the whole game
okay.
around when it came out. I
I'm
haven't I might replay it now that it's on Switch too.
yeah, and there's a manga.
Uh,
Um
but I remember being really bored by the part where you have to find all the maps to the Triforce pieces,
mhm,
and then you have to find the
yes.
Triforce piece,
But
and didn't want to return to it.
at one point in the game, you and I'm kind of ripping off a fellow YouTube Zelda content creator, Zeltic,
Mhm.
who is like top of the game in terms of Zelda stuff. Um,
I'm
and
familiar.
several years ago, did a like a deep dive into the lore of the Fire Temple, which I was folding my laundry the other day, and I decided to put that on.
Yeah.
And there's another spiritual like dragon uh, protective deity called Valu, and the whole like the whole gimmick of that one was that there was a monster that was pulling its tail, which was causing it to become enraged. And
Which is played out a lot more in Wind Waker.
mhm,
Yes.
and exactly, and that's happening in Wind Waker.
Exactly, yeah.
And so it seems like what they were doing was just kind of like showing like, hey, sometimes dragons go bad, but not for the reasons you think.
Mhm.
And that could be what is happening here. Or perhaps the Gorons, much like the you mentioned Minas Tirith earlier, like he's like Volvagia's equals the Balrog, where they just dug too deep,
Yep.
too greedily.
um, the other thing that I just sort of I noticed at this point in my playthrough, mechanically in the game is how like a little bit confusing and frustrating is that the boss fights give no um like clarification of where you're at in terms of like
Oh, like
how
their
far through
health.
you are, their health, like a phase that you're in.
I miss the glory
Every
days of the Nintendo Entertainment System where bosses would flash when they're about to die.
Well, now they do. They have new ways of like telegraphing what phase you're in or that they're near death. And this was a phase where it was just kind of like I think some of the bosses will switch to a different attack pattern in this game halfway through.
Hmm.
But I every boss I finish like the final hit, I'm like, oh, it's done. Like I don't have like a moment of like I'm so close. It's just like, oh, okay, it's over now.
I really
I've
appreciate
noticed that feeling a few times in this playthrough.
I appreciate Breath of the Wild giving us the health bars
Yeah.
for enemies. And I know they're not the first to do it, but I like that one a lot.
Hmm. So yeah, that's the fire temple. Darunia is like, oh, it turns out I was the guy. I'm the sage now.
Yep.
All
Yep.
right, buddy. See you in hell.
Um see you now, Volvagia. So yeah, Link defeats Volvagia and then gets the fire medallion
You get your red
from
MacGuffin.
Darunia. And apparently things are going fine now for Goron City. The weird clouds have disappeared. I guess that's the when you see Death Mountain before beating the Fire Temple as an adult, there's like fire in the sky, and that's as a result of Volvagia's rage, I suppose.
Yeah.
Which I guess is like kind of like reflective of just the mythological idea that volcanoes are not it's not lava, it's dragon fire, it's God's
Yeah.
rage. Pretty cool stuff. I like the mythology, like being able to like justify like, oh, it's not the natural world, it's the supernatural world that's causing this to happen.
Hmm.
And there's some comfort in that. But we beat this fire temple. I feel nothing. um Maybe a little sweaty because it's so hot.
Yeah.
But then you get to meet the big Goron, the big Goron
Yeah.
at the top of Death Mountain.
I skipped this part.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to try to fit the water temple into this, but
No.
let's talk about the ice cave because
Yeah,
that's
that's
where we
fine.
go next.
We should do that. That's a good idea. Because this was a shorter episode.
That's okay.
So far with a lot of sidetracks.
That's
anyway.
good. We're really good at what we do. And you're good at listening to us, Camper. Thanks. And be sure to be good at commenting, subscribing, telling your friends. If we had the footage back up for a second,
I closed it.
it's okay.
To get the other one.
I saw the two peaks of Spectacle Rock were
Shoot.
present, but that's okay. Take my word for it. I'm a man of my word. So once that temple's defeated, conquered, Link is just kind of it's again where like Navi's just gonna be like, I wonder what's going on with the Zora. And
I'm even more like flustered with Navi in this playthrough
Yeah.
than I was as a kid.
yeah.
Like, oh, you literally just say exactly where to go. There's no personality to it. It's just like, go there. And I'm like, okay.
Now-
And then like it's worse. Even like sometimes you'll already be there. And,
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Like I think I was in the crater. And she's like, I wonder what's going on Death Mountain. I was like, we're literally here right now.
Yeah,
You
open
idiot.
your eyes. Open your eyes.
Yeah.
When Link feels compelled enough to go back to Zora's domain, now it's Zora's Winter Wonderland.
Mhm.
And King Zora's been frozen in red ice, like which is colder than blue ice.
Yeah, I mean, this is more of a convenient mechanical thing to help you understand which ice you can impact and which you cannot.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Now I
it's
just have to
no,
bring
I'm
up
not gonna hate on them for that.
the this is not the first person you see encased in a diamond, because when Link gets transported to the sacred realm, he's like in a crystal like prison
Hmm.
of his own, and then later we'll see that happen to Zelda. So it seems like anybody who has got a little royal blood in them is gonna get some crystal action.
Hmm.
But yeah, so Zora's domain is totally frozen over. The access point to Lake Hylia is now inaccessible from Zora's domain
And
because
Jabu
of the
Jabu's just dead.
and,
He's gone.
or at least has abandoned us.
Yeah.
Um,
Jabu is no more.
yeah.
You go out
The,
and he's just icicle uh, platforms to
he
run on.
he was probably eaten by the rest of the Zora.
They-
Um,
as the winter chill was coming in and food was scarce, they all devoured Jabu in a
yeah.
mighty feast before they all froze.
The legend of Jabu Jabu and the Donner Party. Um, and but you'll see once you, because you go back and yeah, like Jabu Jabu's gone from his uh throne
Yeah.
pond. But you see all these floating ice platforms that compels you to, hey, I should probably jump on those and see where they take me.
Yeah.
And that there's a great fairy fountain back here.
Oh, there is.
And
I forgot about that. I totally skipped
I
it.
think that's where you get Nehru's love.
I don't know. I'll never use it.
It's okay. I never use it. I've
Which
never
one is
used
that?
Nehru's love gives you, I believe it's temporary invulnerability. And Farore's wind, it establishes a warp point
Yeah.
for dungeons. Basically allowing you to go back to the beginning of the temple, I think is how that works. Because again, I've never used it.
Yeah.
The only magic spell that I've ever used is Din's Fire because I had to.
Which is funny thinking about like the sort of development history we talked about probably in the first episode. I think I maybe mentioned like Miyamoto, who was like, you guys shouldn't focus so much on magic usage.
Yeah,
Like,
Link's not a wizard.
let the ocarina be the thing that's magical
Yeah.
in the game.
I agree with that.
And then like the magic that did make it into the game is just like it's so useless.
Yes. To the point where one of the magic arrows is completely useless.
Which one?
The ice arrow.
Oh, does it not do anything? What is
It does freeze stuff,
Because
but
again, I never use this.
there's
stuff.
0 point to use it.
Yeah.
There's no enemy that's just like, that's the secret.
Yeah.
It might be a little bit useful in like maybe like the last run against like Stalfos and Ganon's castle. It might be a little useful there, but you
Yeah.
could also just freeze them with the long shot at that point, or stun them.
Oh yeah.
But whatever. The fire arrow, again, an optional item, but we're not talking about that right now.
Yeah,
Right now
the
we're in the ice
cave.
cavern. And this is really just the path to the iron boots is what we're after here.
Yeah, very interesting side dungeon. I kind of wish they'd done more of this.
Yes. This
In the
is more
game?
like the shrines
Yeah.
than like a dungeon.
Like put something maybe half the length of this between each dungeon would have really helped break up this pattern of just Navi going like, go there. Okay, I'm here. And I guess they do it for the Shadow Temple. No, they do a good job. It's literally the Fire Temple and the Forest Temple like are just a little too, it comes up a little too short, the path to get there. And this one, I think this one doing the bottom of the well for the Shadow Temple,
Yeah.
and I haven't replayed the desert stuff yet, but like those are do a better job than
It's
these first two temples.
Pretty
did
solid.
of,
Pretty
like,
solid stuff.
Let's break the game up and have you do something else
Yeah.
first.
So the ice cave is just like it's a succession of small, simple to solve puzzles that are just kind of like collect all the silver rupees so the door will open, or I hope you brought more than one bottle because we got some
Yeah.
red fire or some blue flames to harvest. That I don't know if it ever tells you that you can just like do it. Like,
Like swing your bottle at him
yeah,
and grab it.
or because like my first instinct is to try to ignite an arrow with it the way you
Yeah,
can with regular torches. And that doesn't work where it really should. And especially in this room, if you have the footage up right now,
sure.
um, once we get,
Of me getting blasted by
yeah,
ice.
well, not that part, but the first reveal, like right here, it looks like you should be able to shoot through that blue flame into the red ice.
Yeah, I wonder if I even tried it
I
first.
tried it and it does not work.
Yeah.
And it's maddening.
It
That
absolutely
should
should.
work. Like Miyamoto, if you're listening, I know you are. You're
Shiggy, number one fan.
Patreon.com/Camp Video Games. You can join the
He's like
esteemed
a
ranks.
$1,000 a month patron.
Yeah. He's our sugar daddy.
Oh, so Navi says the first time you look at it, Navi says, "But how could you carry it?" The word "carry" implies get your bottle out.
Boy,
But-
you're gonna carry that way.
Yeah, love that record. Anyway, wow, what a controversial thing to say. I love Abbey Road.
Here, I'll do you one more. I hate Abbey Road.
Nah, it's great.
No, the only Beatles album I like is Please Please Me. I've said in previous episodes that I hate the Beatles. It's more that I hate my dad. But that's a whole different thing.
I that stinks. Yeah, my dad's music taste is bizarre. My dad likes Jackson Brown. He likes yacht like the real yacht rock, you know.
Respect, honestly.
The Laurel Canyon scene.
That's like some drinking some Coors in the garage music.
Yeah, no, that's 100% my dad.
Right on. I like I like you, so I'm
Meanwhile,
sure I like your dad.
I'm sitting 10 feet away here at the Temple of Time. The viewers can't see it, but my portraits of all the Beatles are 10 feet away from me.
Yep. Yeah, there's Squiggy and Dingo and Pollock and Ronnie. Yeah,
all the guys. Anyways, back to the ice cavern. You do have to bottle up that flame. You gotta bottle that flame for a short time, because then you can use it. Dump it out. You can dump the flame out.
Yep.
To get the map, but also to teach you how to use the blue flame. Blue melts red.
Sure.
That's science.
That's politics, baby.
Blue definitely does not melt red these days.
Yeah.
And blue just kind of asks for your money to pay for consultants so that they can keep their jobs. Anyway,
so they can tweet that they condemn this administration.
Yeah.
Oh, that helped.
Anyway.
Thanks, Chuck.
Anyways,
how's the ticker, Chuck?
Hopefully slowing.
Almost got a spit take there.
I am not implying anyone should do anything.
No.
Not at all. Never. Please don't. Nothing I say is actionable.
Nope. Be sweet. Be kind.
Anyway,
kill them
no.
with kindness.
Oh, it's always gonna happen. We always gotta go off the rails, huh? Anyway,
well, we gotta lose favor with the algorithm somehow.
We gotta make sure that we continue to not have this podcast shown to anyone.
Release the full unredacted Epstein files.
Do it now,
you cowards.
Epstein.
That, or I want to see all of you kill yourselves on live TV.
Yourselves. No one do anything.
No, seppuku.
No, I want everybody just naturally slow your breath. The ice cavern.
I love when the keys they get caught on fire with the blue flame, and then that freezes you, and you're like, wait. So is it hot ice or is it cold fire?
I this is one of my key, I don't know, complaints with this.
It's my
dungeon.
keys complaint.
Like, I think this is a fine dungeon design.
Yeah, it's great.
Even this room where you're on the ice and you gotta push the thing
Dude,
around.
it's an IQ puzzle. I love these things.
Yeah,
they
it's
make me
like,
feel smarter than I am, and I'm like, oh wait, this game was made for 7-year-olds.
it has a level of Zelda taxes aspect to it that you can mess it up and start over, but like overall, I generally like it. My gripe though is like the why of this, even more so than like the massive fire temple carved in the volcano. Like, the environmental storytelling is quite lacking for why this ice cavern exists next to Zora's domain for me.
That's a
and
really good
why
point.
there's like blue flames that are still going, waiting to free the Zoras from the red ice that froze them instead of regular ice. It's like, whatever, man.
I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know the proper terminology, but there was like a temple in Japan that just burnt down that contained the 1,000-year
Was that in
eternal
Japan?
flame. I believe so.
Oh, okay, yeah. I just saw the headline. I didn't see what country it was in.
That sounds like some Japan stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to be
I don't know.
crass. That sounded really dismissive.
I'll fact check us while you explain more.
I'm gonna double down and say it was in Japan, but that just seems like what curse has this released? Right. Like, what was that flame doing for us? Maybe that'll stop global warming.
Yeah, it was just that one flame burning that was causing the planet to die.
Yeah.
It was in Japan. Cloud. You got it. All good. It was in Japan.
Oh, thank God.
You're not racist. But anyway, yeah, there's a few more puzzle rooms, and then you get the iron boots, which let you sink to the bottom of any body of water.
Right. Let you sleep with the fishes.
But for now, if you sink to the bottom of the water, you won't be able to breathe.
That's right.
So you'll get the blue tunic pretty much right away.
Once you revive King Zora,
yes,
he gives you a blue tunic
with a blue flame on his red ice.
Yes.
But this one I appreciate a little more because it's like there's more use outside of the one temple for the blue tunic. Like you can play around all over the place.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. And I didn't do enough of that. Maybe I'll do that after this session. I'd love to like go to the bottom of Jabu Jabu's pond, and I never really explored more than just the access point to the water temple in Lake Hylia. And like I know you can do that. Do you know if you can go to the bottom of the fishing pond?
Yeah.
Or if they're gonna accuse you of cheating.
You know what's funny is I played with the fishing pond in this playthrough. I couldn't catch a single goddarn fish that was more than like 5 pounds.
Oh, okay.
Because it was like as soon as I caught my first fish, I was like, oh, this is like there's one fish in here you want to catch. Yes. You probably need a better lure or something that I don't remember.
The only reward for that is the gold scale, which is pointless after you get the iron boots. Except if you want to access stuff as a kid, but
or just be a completionist, which is fine. Ugh. Not me, but it's fine.
I am not that.
Yeah, but what was I talking about?
So the iron boots give you access to more spaces, and then you realize that fishing was kind of just like
I was going to talk about the fishing. There was like a quote unquote trick. I don't know if it actually works. That I would do as a kid, I remembered in the fishing pond, where you just walk in with the boots and the tunic, you look for the biggest fish, Z-target it, and walk back to where you can cast your line, and then cast right at the fish that you want.
Nice.
I don't know if that actually works, but I remember trying it a lot as a kid.
I'll try to verify that before the next episode. That sounds like a fun excuse for me to not think about current events.
Yeah. But anyway, once we have those iron boots, we can now go to the water temple, which will be our next episode.
That's right. Is there anything else worth talking about at this point of adulthood Link that we haven't really covered that makes sense to talk about? Oh, I did a little bit of Poe hunting.
Okay, talk about
some big Poe hunting. It's incredibly difficult to get these Poes with a bow. Like you have to have really, really fast reflexes and like laser accuracy with your bow.
There's 10 of them out on the field, right? I remember. I don't think I ever finished that quest.
I have done. I not in this current playthrough. I had to stop because I ran out of arrows, and I was like, I need to go cut some grass.
Yeah,
I cut grass a lot in my real life, and I don't want to start doing that in video games. I have to manage so many acres. Just with like a dying lawnmower.
I mean, you can go back to this Zora shop and just go buy some arrows. It's not like you're spending your money on anything else.
That's true. Yeah, and I did get the largest wallet. After you get, I think, 40 gold skulltulas, you get the giant's wallet, which I believe gives you 500 rupees.
Yeah,
and
I don't care about money. This playthrough
pointless in this game. The economy becomes so much more important in later games.
Absolutely. It's not very well balanced, this one, which we've already talked about. We're gonna next week is when we're gonna dive into the water temple. Get it? I said dive.
Dude, you're so funny and
witty
handsome
and smart. and it's a hootenanny. I'm excited to talk about that one actually.
Yes, I have to say it's my favorite temple in the
I
game.
I we'll just talk about it next time.
That's right.
I don't yeah. So that's where we'll be here at Camp Video Games when you join us in our next episode, right outside that Lake Hylia water temple. Start walking through it there.
We'll start swimming through it,
Yeah.
and then kind of clanking through.
Yeah. A lot of clanking. Oh, that was the last thing I want to say is about the boots have been fixed in the 3DS version.
That's right.
They're
You don't
attached-
need to open the menu to use them.
That made the water temple okay, I'm not going to jump ahead too much. They did some quality of life changes in the
Yes.
water temple, I believe.
Yes.
Aside from just the boots are assignable to a button that I'll talk about next time. So
Yes.
I'll save that.
Join us next time here at Camp Video Games. If you liked what you heard, give us a follow, subscribe, thumbs up. You can call us names in the comments.
No, don't do that. I don't like that. It's the worst.
My name's Poopyhead. My name's
Just be nice to me, please.
I don't read the comments, so there's that too.
It's just, why do we do this to each other?
I don't-
Anyway,
I'm just trying to make people smile.
me too. So if you smiled, say something nice in the comments.
And if you're Mitch McConnell, do it.
I think the Lord's gonna do it for him sooner than later. Don't worry
Sooner or
about that.
later, it'll happen.
And he's getting he's not even his election's up. He's out. He's done.
Yeah.
Who cares? He's dead.
I don't know why I brought him up.
He's
Honestly,
basically dead.
it's a weird time to bring it up. I'm sorry. Man, I hope Ganondorf gets impeached.
Yeah, all that stuff. We will,
As a member of the Democratic Congress, I condemn the actions of Ganondorf's legislation.
Well, as the leader of the Republican Party, there's a special drink I really like to enjoy.
Don't do it.
I'm back.
Don't do it.
Mitch McConnell.
Hey, this is just for us.
back. If anybody's listening at this point, they're down with us, and we can make any jokes we want to make. We'll see you next time. Hopefully, there'll be a delicious yellow drink for us to imbibe here.
Kentucky Diesel.
Some of that Kentucky gas.
Yeah. I don't know if I love me or hate me right now.
I'm having a good time. Okay, that's it. I'm going to stop the recording.
Bye.
If I can find the button to do it. There.
If you'd like to write to us, send a message to campvideogames@gmail.com and follow us on Instagram at campvideogames. If you want to become a real happy camper, you can support Camp Video Games on Patreon. For $5 a month, you'll be granted access to even more discussions about movie-based video games, game-based movies, full-length commentaries, playthroughs, and more. Whether you sign up or not, we're glad to have you here at Camp Video Games.